Guys, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Saif. For the past 7 years, I've been helping some of the world's leading influencers behind the scenes build their personal brand. Now I'm on a mission to help you do the same. And you might have come from LinkedIn, you might not have. If you have, you will know that on LinkedIn, we're doing a 30-day challenge where we're helping you every single day take action towards building your personal brand. So maybe you want to follow me there if you find this content useful by the end of it. Today, we're talking about the 5 essential hacks you need to know to build your personal brand quickly. We talked on LinkedIn already about the idea of 3 things, and I call them the purpose, pain points, and platform, which we'll go into in a bit more depth. But they're part of something I call my 5 Ps. So these 5 things, I know them as my 5 Ps. And if you just commit them to memory, you'll see it'll do wonders for your personal brand. The first thing was the idea of really identifying your purpose, because without a purpose, you aren't using your platform, you aren't using your personal brand to serve yourself first and foremost, or the customers that you want to connect with. And this is really important. The idea of purpose creates direction. When you have direction, you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, you know the path that you want to take and the path for your customers to follow. And remember, when it comes to great personal brands, purpose means that you can be the guide, not the superstar, because a personal brand makes you that. So you need to make other people feel like the superstar so that they come to buy from you, they come to listen to you, they come to trust you as the authority. Right, because now you've identified the purpose of your personal brand, you can then move on to the second most important thing, which is knowing the pain points that you solve. Because great personal brands solve problems. It's not about you. Most people think a personal brand, a great personal brand, needs to exist because I want to be famous. I need to have a platform with lots of followers. No, the best personal brands are the ones that endure and they put other people first. So solve pain points, solve problems, because that leads to you getting paid, which is very important. Once you've done this, we've talked about purpose, we've talked about problems and pain points. You need to pick a platform. How many of you are being told by your friends that you need to be on TikTok because it's so easy to go viral on TikTok? Or you need to pick Instagram because that's the platform that's getting all the engagement? I'd argue you need to do what's best for you by picking the platform you've been on for at least the last 2 to 3 years, and that allows you to know the intricacies of the content that works on that platform first. So when you do this, because you know it, because it's native to you, you're able to identify what's going to work for you first and foremost. You already spend time on it, so it's already part of your habits. When something's part of the habits that you already have, it's easier to maintain that thing, which is very important for consistency. And then because you're having that narrow focus, because you're just picking one platform, this allows you to be present on that platform consistently. So do that for 3 months. For 3 months, we're going to just have you pick one platform, speaking to one customer's pain points because you understand the purpose of your personal brand. Right. Then you need to make sure you do this. How many of you are hearing about AI and the importance of ChatGPT, having AI in your workflow? I'd argue the most important use of AI isn't to take away your personality, it's to help you build your processes. How do you do that? How do you use AI to build processes? You need to understand what your schedule is like first. Schedule, almost couldn't spell. Once you understand your schedule, you need to put in time blocks for your personal brand, just 1 hour every day. I'd argue the most important hour is the beginning of your day, and start with the AI you already know. So most of you already know ChatGPT. Start with that first. How would you use it? You will come up with ideas, you will come up with posts, and you'll present that to ChatGPT, telling it about your voice. Because if you don't communicate in your voice without the process, what will happen is you'll use AI to create content that doesn't sound like you. Remember, it's called personal brand. It has to be personal. It has to be something that presents your voice to the audience you want to connect with. And if you do all of this, because you've used a schedule to block out one time to write content that you feed to ChatGPT, giving it your voice, that then you use ChatGPT or AI to make more content in line with your voice. That's the importance of this process, because processes scale, people don't, unfortunately. This allows you to keep turning up on that one platform over and over again to do what? Create profit. If you don't have this in mind with your personal brand, you won't turn up. You will give up on your personal brand quicker than you thought you could ever do. Like, most people don't recognize that a great personal brand has to be designed around profit first, because when you are generating revenue, you are incentivized to keep the momentum. And look, profit could be the idea of money. Profit can be the idea of benefits. Profit can be the idea of wealth, and that could be time. And for me, the best form of profit is more time through wealth. But you have to have the profit mechanism in mind. You have to start with this end goal in mind, because if you don't, your personal brand won't have a purpose or direction. It won't understand what it's doing, for who. It won't know which platform to exist on. It won't build the right processes to endure, and it won't lead to the objective of why you started that journey in the first place. Right, guys, they are the 5 Ps. If you found this video beneficial, give it a share, maybe a like if you want to engage with it. Tell your aunties about it, about this thing that they're trying to figure out, because they keep hearing people talk about it. Hopefully you found it useful.